Oh! Hey there, Baywatchers! Baywatching Bays! Just one minute! I got something here. Andrew's not here, but the song I wrote still is, so let me just get it going here. It's on. Okay. Okay, there's a tape jam issue. We're gonna get that sorted out, but you all know the song I wrote, so just fill it in with your brains. Here it comes! It's a Baywatching podcast! Baywatching podcast, that's where it's at. You got that Baywatching podcast, that's where it's at. We got the Baywatching podcast, that's where it's at. We got the Baywatching Rib Fest, soon to be at the 2nd, 11th annual Baywatching podcast. Rib Fest is coming soon, November 11th. More on that later, Baywatching Bays, but we got our first episode here. Yeah, that's right, we got our...
Ribs have nothing to do with Baywatch.
We got our first episode here of the Baywatching podcast, okay? That's right, episode 3. And yes, we have no Drew this episode.
Hey, babies, I'm
That's right, no Drew this episode, okay? And what we're going to talk about is actually Baywatch for once. Because now that we don't have Andrew, we can talk the Bay. And Ribs, of course. If you can't see, I'm working on my ribs for Rib Fest.
Bill, Ribs are not Baywatch.
Please, okay,
canon.
Not right now, okay? It is Baywatch. It is Baywatch. It's totally Baywatch.
No, it is
Mitch. Mitch's 11th annual. That's right, Mitch from Baywatch. Mitch from Baywatch 11th annual. Okay, I know you've seen it.
I've reviewed.
I know.
Every
I'm not saying.
episode.
Okay,
Your
everyone, just
obsession
come
with
to the
ribs
Baywatching
is
Rib
not
Fest if you want to
Baywatching
try my
canon.
17th rib. It's going to be delicious. It's on November 11th.
It's not
We got
canon.
special musical guests. Some of them I can't talk about.
Not-
But if you like trains
Not
and
canon.
allegories, like story type allegories, then check it out. You know, trains, rhyming thingies. Anyways, so back to Baywatch. All right, now, this first episode of season 3 was a 2-parter. Now we know Baywatch, our guy, Greg, our buddy Greg, he loves to do those 2-parters to open up or to end the season. So we opened up with a banger 2-parter. And, you know, just like how we're getting back to the Bay, they went away from the Bay. So we got away from the Bay with this one, out to the north of Eureka. That's what they said. So much in this town, they named it that. We went to Eureka, California, where they were hunting gold, and we found out that Mitch has an estranged uncle who's kind of a kooky treasure hunting gold guy. And apparently, he left Mitch everything at his will when he was killed by some murderous rival treasure hunters. And now, I didn't even know there were still single treasure hunters, but apparently there's gangs of treasure hunters out there murdering people. It's a pretty big issue, and thank you, Greg, our buddy, for bringing it to our attention on this week's episode of Baywatch. And we're going to break now because we have a sponsor break for season 3. So hang on for just 1 second. We'll be right back after a word from these fine people at... Okay, and...
16 types of ribs, 16 types of ribs. Better get your bib, we got Bill's 16 ribs. We hope that you'll stay hungry till you die. Baywatch.
And we're back. Thank you, everyone. Check out those products or services, or listen to it, or read it, or do it, whatever it told you to do. Okay? Now, back to the episode. So, we also got some new characters. That's right. We had our old gang back. You know, we had Shawnee still. We had Eddie. But I was getting a little nervous here towards the end of this episode because we got these new characters that almost seemed like replacement Shawnees and Eddies. And there was talk about something that we all know. We all know what this thing means. When they mention Australia in Baywatch, We know what happens. Characters don't just go to Australia in Baywatch. That is like the proverbial farm upstate that your dog goes to, okay? When you come to Australia in Baywatch, just like old Aussie Guard from season 1, our beloved Aussie Guard, who went to Australia after he won the lottery or the volleyball tournament. Well, you know, we never saw him again.
Not canon.
And if Eddie and Shawnee, if they go to Australia, we're not going to see him again. So we got to meet these new young whippersnappers, and we got rookie season again. Rookie school's back. We got the rookie school tryouts, and boy, do they not set this guy up good. Oh, they set this new Eddie guy up bad. They show him having a girlfriend, which he immediately drops for this new girl who just came from Pennsylvania. Her mom's gonna make it big singing, and she's trying out for rookie school, and there's stuff, it ensues, more plot, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, then the to be continued comes up, and that's what's going to happen to this episode of the Baywatching podcast, because we're going to have to be continued too. And
introduce
I was gonna,
me.
yep, I was just about to say, and
me.
I want to now take the time to introduce our new co-host,
Albot.
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 This is Albot. He's the new co-host. The the new network. They want the new network execs. They were telling me that this is the new wave of the future. This guy, Albot. So he's gonna be joining us. He really knows a lot.
Hello,
He's a smart guy. It seems like. So yeah, he's gonna be appearing during Skype on Skype a lot. Just. So the connection's a little weird. And maybe he says something seems a little off. It's probably just because he didn't hear me right because of the Skype connection, I don't know why they don't make something better, but Skype's all they have right now. So anyways, check out the Rib Fest and check us out next week for part 2 of the treasure episode. Bye-bye, guys. This episode brought to you exclusively by Bill, no Drew.